Gemini, welcome to your August 2023 monthly reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in. Like we always do, feel free to check your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus sign, or any other placement that you feel guided to. There will definitely be other messages in those readings. So let's go ahead and jump in here, switching up the way I pull cards. I was reading the book of Thoth, and I was talking about tarot, right? And how they had people, or how they used to have people pick out cards, right? They went to get a personal reading in person. They would spread them out like this and have them pick cards. All right, let's see. I believe it's the book of Thoth. Which one? I was reading a couple of them, but anyways, let's get into this Gemini. This first row, of course, I've done this spread before, but if you're new to the channel, will be in regards to your career, your ambition, and your goals. The second row will be in regards to your relationship. The last row will be in regards to any messages from your higher self here, or additional messages, I should say. You have this Grand Cross Provoker here in that first row in regards to your career and your ambitions. Second row, you have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. See, this last row will be wilderness, untamed here. Feel free to be who you are, right? Sun's in Leo. Feel free to be authentic. Feel free to express yourself. Feel free to tap into your uniqueness and be confident. All right, let's get into this reading. This first row in regards to your career, your ambition, and your goals. Here, some of you may be feeling like a failure. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying you're an ultimate failure, or that's what it is that you're feeling, but you're definitely disappointed by the way things have gone. I think you're feeling like you can achieve more, which is why that Five of Cups right here is in your challenge position. It's like you're disappointed. There's things that you're personally trying to defy with inside yourself. I think it's actually motivating you here, though, because you do have the Knight of Wands in your current energy. I think it's motivating you here. I think this is dumped sort of like metaphorically like fuel on gasoline, and it's like, now you're ready to like blaze forward and blaze ahead here. And there's been situations in your life that I'm picking up that have provoked this moment, especially with this Grand Cross Provoker. Like when a Grand Cross is active or in your chart or is going on in the transit, whatever the case might be, just the archetype of this is it can feel very stressful. It's like you need to do something. That's what it feels like. It's like everything is, it's like a pressure cooker, right? And I see here that you're in the outcome position with the Eight of Cups in the month, that you're allowing yourself to expand outside of the familiar, and you're allowing yourself to tap or to explore the unfamiliar. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, Gemini. I really don't see you. I gotta be real. I could be totally wrong, but the Eight of Cups being in the outcome is like you're realizing like you're not satisfied, and it's like, and you don't really know all the answers at this time. But it's like you're trusting your intuition. Like, let's just say your intuition is telling you like, hey, how about we go to this class? How about we go to this seminar? How about we go like apply to this? How about we go and try this? You don't know, but it's like, you have to do something. And I get you doing a lot of that this month. And I think there's going to be things to where it's like you like and you discover like certain things that you like. And there's going to be things to where it's like, you're like, I'd rather not. But it's like everything is an experience for you at this time. And it'll be very interesting when the sun comes into Virgo, or actually Virgo season, Libra season. It'll be very interesting to see, because Libra season is your fifth house. But it'll be very interesting to see like where things go and how things progress here. But that ambition and that desire for that desire of sensation that you have to explore. It's like you need to trust that. You need to tap into that. When it comes to your relationships, there may be some things at this time that you're wanting to know, or that you're hoping will reveal itself. I think the answers you need are coming. This is your card, full moon in Gemini. So, interesting. Seven of Wands is your current energy. Let me make sure I press this record button. I was about to say, you know how many times I've done that? Yeah, the Seven of Wands here in your current energy. You know, I think here, Gemini, don't allow your ego to get in the way. Now, hear me out for a second, because this Five of Wands being here and the outcome, I don't like that. Because the Five of Wands being in the position, in the row of relationships, and it being in the outcome, it's like you can easily avoid unwanted, dramatic situations or conflict easily. I'm not telling you to not have like boundaries or anything like that, but when it comes to being flexible and open and also like seeing other people's perspective, and also maybe trying things that others are wanting to do, I think it's important for you to remain open and flexible. Because if you don't, then I think you're going to run into this Five of Wands energy a lot this month. The Lovers being in a challenge is trying to tell you, like, hey, when it comes to your relationships, to see yourself in another, to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I'm not saying you're not doing that, but we're human, and sometimes like we let our egos get in the way. We let our emotions and our anger or frustration get in the way. And so I think Spirit and the Divine and God is wanting you to realize, like, by you hurting other people, you're actually hurting yourself. You know, in that relationships for you at this time are your greatest teacher. And I think they're showing you things about yourself that maybe you don't want to look at. I'm just keeping it real, Gemini. And I'm going to keep it real as well. I see the other perspective here. If there's relationships in your life that, you know, that aren't being flexible with you, then you got to kick those people to the curb if they're not getting the memo. But if you bring love into the situation as best as you can, understand that one person is a reflection of you, put yourself in other people's shoes, then you can easily avoid this Five of Wands that's in the outcome. Nothing is set in stone with tarot. This is just a snapshot of energy, like a snapshot of the astrology at a particular moment. So this last row, you have this wilderness, and it says untamed here. I think it's time to, this is a message here from your higher self. And you have the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and then you also have the Three of Swords here. Change is your best bet at this time. I'm just keeping it real. Like the Wheel of Fortune in a challenge position is like when we're not really ready to open up to change. Because the Ten of Swords being in your current energy, your higher self is telling you, like, hey, you need to expand your awareness a little bit. Maybe kind of read some more, open your mind up to newer concepts. And it's interesting that I had to tell a Gemini this. Somebody had commented the other day, why are you being condescending? I'm not being condescending. Like, I'm just reading the cards. What do you want me to tell you? Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah, keep it up. You're doing great. You're doing great. Don't worry. You're doing great. And like, no, like you need real feedback. Why else would you watch a reading? For an ego stroke? I'm not that reader. So if you want an ego stroke, go to somebody else. Maybe it's because I'm wearing my Pluto ring today that I don't give a fuck. Shit. I'm tapping into my inner Pluto. The real raw truth. But yeah, I would say here that change is your best bet at this time. And I think there's certain things you have to really free yourself from with this Three of Swords. And a lot of it could be a lot of like, it could be surrounded. I think a lot of it deals with interpersonal relationships. And I think change is your best bet at this time. All right, let me actually clarify this reading. What, puppers? What, puppers? Do you want to tell Gemini something? Huh? What do you want to say? Tell Gemini. What do they need to know? See, he's telling. What? You thirsty? You want some water? That's the better. Okay, let Daddy finish. Okay. You want some water? Okay. Actually, let me put some water in his bowl because he doesn't have any. And it's fucking hot as fucking Texas. No, let me finish. All right. Let's clarify. Damn. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Knight of Wands clarifying the Knight of Wands. Just double clarification here. I think you're ready for adventure. Page of Wands and the Five of Cups here. Yeah, it's like flipping negatives into positive. It's like seeing things that are challenging and willing to and being willing to take on that challenge, right? Because some things can like piss you off or like they motivate you, right? Like let's just say for instance, like I don't know, you see somebody doing better than you, and I don't know, maybe energies of like jealousy come up, but then you're like, you know what? No, I can do that too. And it's like you flip it into a positive. Like you, rather than hating, you're like realizing like, you know, that's what's inside myself, and I can do that too. Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups is here in the outcome for your career and your ambition and your goals. I think there's a lot out there that you've yet to explore, and I really see you this month going on like this expedition of sort of soul searching and like just searching and just really gathering up like experience. I think that's your best bet. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. You have the Moon card and the Lovers. Ooh. You have the Hangman, Five of Wands here. I think your current energy is like you're dealing with a lot. You maybe have a lot on your plate, and maybe your relationships at this time is like the last thing that you really want to deal with when it comes to like problems and stuff. But I think it's important to understand that like, you know, relationships take two, and I think that, you know, we have to also be present in our interpersonal relationships. And I think there's a lot of things going on to where it's like it's like things that you're trying to manage and handle. And I think it's really forcing you to evolve with this Five of Wands and the Hangman. Like it's forcing you to bring consciousness to the unconscious within inside yourself. We all have an area of unconscious forever for the rest of our life. Like you just don't become conscious and you're just fucking enlightened. There's always more to learn about yourself. There's more to life, and you can't know everything. And so that Five of Wands and the Hangman is like, don't be frustrated. Just realize like take this as an opportunity of growth. You have the Six of Wands, Ten of Swords, the message from your higher self here. damn, some of you may have like a Cancer placement or something, because there's something about you just staying in the familiar. Like, it's not uncomfortable enough for you to change. It's just, it's uncomfortable, but it's not uncomfortable enough that it like provokes you to do something. But I think it's like all culminating to that point this month. And so it's like by expanding outside of what you're used to and going into the unfamiliar and going into the unknown, especially when it comes to career and work and stuff like that, there's it's like change is your best bet, and you need to explore the greatness and the great things that are out there for you. Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups is in the outcome here. And I think you may have to make certain sacrifices that maybe upset some people, but it's like you have to do what your soul and your heart and what your intuition is telling you to do. It's kind of a very deep reading. Some of you may have like a very prominent water placement, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Because when I channel readings, I think people think that like I'm just like, when I channel readings, I let go. Like, for the most part, I try not to let my ego get in the way. But like, it just comes through. Like, there's not like, I'm not like constructing like how I want, like how I see it. It's more so, it's just like, it really as if like something is channeling the messages. And so sometimes I'm like, I'm happy in the reading. Sometimes I'm mad in the reading. Sometimes I'm kind of indifferent in the reading. Sometimes I'm very passionate, very motivated. Like, it's just a feeling. Because if I do the next reading and let's just say like, it's a happy vibe, like for whatever reason, it's like my energy is more positive, or it's more happy, or it's more go-lucky. And I know if you've watched me long enough, you've seen this. So anyways, so that's what I got for you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. They're on sale for the rest of the month. I would book them now. After this, I'm not sure how much they'll be when we go into the month of August. They'll increase, but I don't know how much. But anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'll talk to you later.